Is the Kilted farmer, Justin Fairchild. Hi, Justin.
Hey Bart, how you doing?
I'm good. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Appreciate you having me in.
It's great to have you on. Got to ask, what's up with the kilt?
The kilt is, I wanted to start wearing one at one point, just because I've always been interested in that kind of clothing. But now I tend to wear it more so for, basically to stand up for people. Mm-hmm. You know, if you look at historically, kilted farmers were the ones who were uprising against big governments at the time, foreign nations at the time. So now I wear a kilt just to stand up for people.
It's your thing.
That's my thing, and it's comfortable. You know, I like it better than shorts. I can do a lot more in it.
And you're not Scottish, though?
No, I do have some Scottish in my
you?
history.
Okay. So you're allowed, I think.
Yeah,
as a Scot.
I'm permitted, but I'll permit anybody who wants to wear a kilt is welcome to wear a kilt.
But the Kilted farmer came about because of the pandemic.
Yep, came about because of the pandemic. I was working with AT&T as a store manager before the pandemic, and then COVID hit, and I was high risk at the time, and I had high risk family members. So I wanted to come up with some way to be able to make a living and not live off of unemployment, you know. So we started the homestead. We started raising chickens.
At the house?
At the house, yeah. We've got 2 acres out there, and then we have a neighbor who lets us use his land. He's got 14 acres. Mm-hmm. So we've got the chickens and garden on our property, and then I've got my apiary on his property. We started with 2 hives last year, and now we're up to 14.
And now you are producing and selling and you're sourcing for the community. And you wanted to, as a mission, I think, from what I could tell, help people.
Yes.
In addition to providing an income and a living for yourself.
Exactly. I was looking at the community, and a lot of businesses around Jackson were struggling. You know, you still have thousands of people shopping at Meijer's every day, but not many people are going out to Mary's Gardens or Donation Bakery or Concord Meats. You know, so small businesses in the area were struggling. So I was like, okay, let's work together. I'll sell and promote your stuff. I'll deliver it. And it's worked out pretty well since.
Really?
I've increased, like we started off selling honey and eggs at the time, and have progressed. So I make fresh pastas, fresh raviolis. We make pasties because there was nowhere else in Jackson you could get pasties at the time. And we get all our ingredients from local businesses. You know, I get my meat from my pasties from Concord Meats.
Now this pasta though, you make your own pasta.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Everything's from scratch.
Wow.
Yeah, so we've got regular pasta, egg noodle pasta. My veggie pastas, I actually incorporate a smoothie into the pastas. So like for spinach pasta, I incorporated in that a little bit of balsamic vinegar, and it makes it an easier way for kids to eat veggies who don't want to eat their veggies.
They don't know what's in there.
Right. To them, it just tastes like pasta, but it's got all the nutrients.
Were you making pasta or raising chickens or any of this before you started the Kilted Farmer?
No, actually. No. Well, we've had chickens in the past, but we started that more pandemic-wise because I didn't have any time before. Mm-hmm. You know, with AT&T, I was working 40, 50 hours a week, plus I had an hour commute to Lansing. So, you know, I barely had time to see my kids, nonetheless, do anything around the house.
So you just became a farmer?
Yeah, exactly. I
just picked up, I'm going to be a farmer.
Switch gears.
You didn't grow up on a farm?
Mm-mm.
No.
No, I grew up in a cabin in the woods, actually, off of Daring Road, as weird as it sounds.
You've got a lot of little cottage industry type businesses, like Donation Bakery.
Yep.
And it looks like aggregating all of their products, and you're able to offer a variety of local products through your website.
Yeah. Basically what I'm trying to do is, you know, you look at Walmart and Meijer's, and it's the reason most people shop there is it's a quick one-stop. You know, you go in, you buy everything you want, and you go. But it's harder for small businesses to be able to do that. So what I'm doing is bringing everybody together under one roof. They can work with the Kilted Farmer, and everybody can buy anything from breads, meats, anything they need for baked goods through the Amish. They can buy it all through me. We pick it up and deliver everything to you.
Now you're in Concord, right?
Yep.
And I think there's Amish bakers already in Concord. So is
There
it
are.
those people that you?
There's a few out there. There's the General Bakery and Bulk in Homer, which is where I get my flour for my pastas.
Mhm.
They have seasonings, spices, anything you could ever want, and they've got a pretty good cost point. So I'll go through them for a lot of stuff. There's a bakery off of Luttonton Road, which just hopped on board. I have to get them uploaded to the website. And the name is passing my off the top of my head.
I don't even think it has a name. I've seen it. It's just a big. It's their big white house, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And these, so typically have been sold just off those people's front porches or at farmers markets.
Exactly. Yep.
So,
So
do you have a storefront or a front porch?
we don't have a storefront or a front porch. Well, we've got 4 kids, so we're leery about having people come to the house.
Mhm.
But what we do right now is we're doing farmers markets. So I established a farmers market in Concord on Saturdays from 10 to 2. That's at Concord Meats. And then we're also doing the Sandstone Farm Market, which is at Bud's All Tractor, Saturdays from 12 to 4. That one's run by David and Mary from Mary's Gardens.
And these are brand new farmers markets?
Mm-hmm.
You started them? Nice.
Last week, not this previous weekend, the weekend before was our first.
How'd it go?
It was pretty good. A good turnout for ours. We typically sell out pretty quickly.
What sells the best? If you could make more of, you'd...
There's the issue is time. They all require time. The pastas go pretty quick. We also do cream cheeses, churn butters. Pasties go pretty well. But everything's fresh. We make it that day. So
you churn your own butter?
Mm-hmm.
And does it taste different than the supermarket butter?
It's better. It's fresher. We get to use better ingredients, like we can use sea salt versus stuff that's been on the shelf for weeks, months. Same thing with the cream cheeses. And we do custom flavors. Like we do, instead of just regular butter, we do garlic butter. We do vanilla cinnamon honey butter.
Oh.
My wife does a cranberry orange butter. So we get a lot for a lot of people want to do the custom flavors. And it's restaurant quality. So it's something like the reason you're cooking at home is not the same quality as you get from a restaurant. It's because they have specialized ingredients that they make in-house. And I've worked in a number of different restaurants, so I know all these recipes from years of experience. So I just incorporate those into what I'm doing. And they're fairly addicting. We have people come back week after week after week.
Well,
after
butter
week.
is addicting too.
It is.
That's
It
the
is.
restaurant thing.
And I try to make things that, that cooperate with other vendors' goods. So like Donation Bakery, any of our butters or cream cheeses, amazing.
I notice you've got some growers like Hearthstone
Yep.
Farm Market.
Hearthstone Farm Market, Mary's Gardens are our primary growers now. In the off season, we use Keys Produce to supplement, but we try to get as much locally sourced.
Well, this is the time of year, I guess. People are used to seeing those kinds of products in farmers markets.
Mm-hmm.
How does it during the winter and when things aren't growing and people aren't out and about?
It kind of, are you asking about the Kilted Farmer, or how is it for those businesses?
You for the Kilted Farmer.
For us, it's still pretty well. Certain businesses like Mary's Gardens will, since they're not doing gardens, they'll do sweetbreads, things like that. So they'll substitute into other things to try to kind of make a living off of the off season. We continue with all of our suppliers pretty regularly.
Mm-hmm.
So there's slow periods and there's busy periods. Usually the slow period you're looking at December, January, where the numbers drop. But at the same time, people don't want to go out and shop, especially if the weather's terrible. So we'll pick everything up, deliver it right to them.
You deliver too?
Oh yeah, we deliver everything. That's how I started with honey. Is I'd start posting online pictures of our honey sale prices. People would buy it, and I would just meet with them and sell them honey there. So that's how I started picking up other businesses. And it's just grown pretty well from there.
And you plan, because I saw on your site you are looking for more makers.
Yes, we're always looking for more makers. really we will work with anybody who wants to. If people do jewelry, there's a woman named Michelle who owns Soap Shed, just amazing soaps. She does soaps, lotions, lip glosses, and we promote all that stuff for her. And people can buy any of the stuff through the website. That's where I'm trying to get my target audience to go. Because right now, we started off with a Facebook group, and I didn't know the difference at the time between a Facebook group and a Facebook page. So I set up my Facebook group like it's a sales site. So we do special menus for different businesses, and we started doing surprise boxes. So you could buy a box from Mary's Gardens, $22 box, $33 box, $44 box. They'll fill it with a variety of the seasonal produce they have, and then we deliver it that way. Now we're getting more into custom orders where customers, if they don't want certain items or if they do want specialty items, they can request that too.
Looks like it's pretty easy to order. Everything's right there on your website.
We try to make it so. It wasn't easy to order for a minute because through the Facebook group, somebody has to type want under a picture, and then we have to send them a message. So if people don't realize the process there, it take a little while to get people to catch on. But
so go to the website, which is the Kilted Farmer.
Yeah, it's just www.thekiltedfarmer.com, and that'll bring you up to what's called the Kilted Farmers Market with the different categories where they can select through and pick different items, and you can order from any or all of our suppliers all at one time, and we bring it all out to you in one shot.
It's an awesome idea, and it looks like you've got a winner. I hope it's successful for you.
Yeah, us too. My goal is to be a local version competition for Amazon. So just built up of local businesses for local areas.
There you go. Let's put Amazon out of business once and for all.
That'd be a hard struggle right there.
Well, Justin, good luck to you, and thanks for coming in today.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate you having me on the show.
You bet.
It's been a pleasure. This is a new experience for me.
Well, you did great. He is the Kilted Farmer, Justin Fairchild.